Supposed to be 0% chance of rain today. Start in the morning at 57 degrees, 97% humidity, and obvious the bite's still on, eh? At least I got one up here waiting to get fed. Yeah. And by the looks of things, by about Wednesday, we're going to be 100 degrees. And it's pretty much going to be 100 degrees clear through the weekend. What do you know? We're still in the breeding season, too. That's too many 100-degree days at once during breeding season. Look at those flies. Probably not as bad as it was a while ago, but she does have more than enough on her. Don't you, Sapphire? Yeah. Yeah, maybe Ty'll get the back rubbers recharged again today. And the garlic helps. Honest, it does. Oh, that was the spot, so she's going to try to kick me in the face. There's really, she don't have any back there in swatting distance. They're all up here on her shoulder. Worst comes to worst, they just get sprayed with the same thing that goes in the back rubbers. It helps too. Everything helps. Just nothing's an absolute. But then we got her, and I see like 3 flies on her. Of course, our lady on that side of, they're all on this side. Need one of those little fly zapping wands. Run it over here. Chicken? Okay. Boom. Get you fed. Look who's here this morning. Yeah, Blakely's here too. Good morning, Ty. I'll get it. Good morning, Blakely. What are we pointing at? Oh, your reflection on the car. Yeah, I see you. Good morning. Oh, now we point at the doggy. Say good morning to everybody. Hey, just say good morning to everybody so Ty can take you in the trailer.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, point to the house now because she knows Oma's over there.
No, she's pointing at Red.
Oh, okay. There he is. You look sleepy.
So is TT because my mouth hurts.
And I know Blakely's been up for at least a couple hours. We can just tap Ty on the side of the cheek and watch her go straight to the moon.
You did trim with a stitch.
Huh?
You did trim with my stitch today.
My hands don't fit in your mouth.
I don't give a shit. It ain't lasting those 3 weeks for it to resolve. He decided.
Happy she is.
I fucking feel great now. God.
Let's see what you got in your hand, kid.
Light and scissors.
See if it'll focus.
There, that help any?
Well, let's see. Maybe it'll focus better over. Maybe it'll focus. It's too much to the. Come on, focus. There you go. That's the stitch he put basically across the hole.
Well, he put it so far.
And it was so loose. I thought where I have a hold of it, I thought was the tail, and it was sticking to the inside of her mouth. And I grabbed it with the tweezers to see if it was the tail, and it was not. So I swung it to the outside of her mouth and got the scissors in and cut it. And literally, I could almost stick my finger underneath that stitch before I freaking cut it. And that's all the longer it is.
Well, he did it so far up on, like if this was this would be the hole in my tooth. He did it so far up on the outside and basically to the inside of my roof of my mouth. And it was so loose, the tails kept poking me, but he did it so far up here, it kept getting irritated because my cheek would rub up against it.
And she literally, look at how happy she looks now. And I pulled this thing out.
Instant relief.
And I grabbed my camera, and that's what you see. She went from what she was when she got here with Blakely
been killing me
to
the
this.
Last 3 days.
I mean, I know oral surgeons are supposed to know their shit.
And that's supposed to dissolve within 3 weeks.
Yeah, that would have been 3 weeks of shit. That's not the first time that's happened to somebody around here, by the way.
It won't be the last time either, because we know how dissolving stitches work with me. They don't.
Yeah, they don't dissolve in her like they should. They don't dissolve in me like they should. Last one I had, Ty had to cut it out. You know, or it was, oh, well, we can get you an appointment in 2 weeks to come back. It's supposed to be a 3-week dissolvable stitch, and we're a week and a half into it,
But it's
you know?
so different than regular stitches in my knee. When my doctor decided to go on vacation a week after surgery, and I told him, don't fucking do it.
They like to wait 10 days to 2 weeks at least.
He said 2 weeks it'll be fine. They won't be ingrown. Yeah, kiss my ass, buddy.
We heal too fast.
Way too fast. My platelets are 2 times what they're supposed to be.
I had an argument with a doctor years ago, and I said, okay, well, I'll be back and see you in about 4 days. And she says, no, here, I'll set your appointment right now. And it was 2 weeks later. And I got an earlier appointment, and at 10 days...
Wait, Dad.
I know I did. It's in there somewhere. Uh-oh. Blakely's coming.
Buddy. Got it out.
Anyway, at 10 days, they spent 10 times longer cutting the stitches out of me than they did putting the stitches in, because they couldn't find them.
Really? You have no.
Well, this one's got a little more moisture to the dry grease. This one's also going to get, look at that. I think that nut was new. I think somebody actually played with it. But I can do that. On the right rear one, it was the inside one that did that, and the outside one did not. Guess what? Both of these. So for right now, we're going to pull them. Going to do a little old school. Find out how hard that really is. Mm-hmm. We're going to do a little peening. We'll clean them up really good. And we'll peen around the inside with a center punch. And then we'll put Loctite on it. And we'll shove these back in, and then it's going to sit there for a day. Which is fine, because here in about an hour and a half, I got to leave and go cut for a guy. The seal is intact on this one. Bearing's okay. It's got a little chippage out of the backside, which the other one did too, but only on a few.
Which it won't matter, because that'll be a winter thing.
They're going to get cleaned up, packed, and put back together, and we're going to order at least 2 complete. I mean, I hate to have to buy that piece too, but where we're not rushed, I think we can find a little better price than we did local. I hope. That's the plan anyway. But, I know right now if I ordered those where they'll have to ship them to us, it's going to be over a week before we'll see them. There's where, and like the one on the backside on the other one, it wasn't tight.
Well, I turned it until I couldn't turn it anymore.
So she literally turned it by hand, the nut, like 2 or 3 full turns, and then it got stiff.
Yeah, and then I couldn't turn it anymore.
So I took the rest off with a wrench. And hey, I was reminded of this yesterday, and Brendan, BCP Farming and Tracking, he put a short up this morning to tell everybody Happy Canada Day. You're right, I don't live in Canada, but
no, we love our followers that do. They're basically our YouTube family.
We got lots of friends up that way. So, to all of you, Happy Canada Day. I hope your day went well, because by the time you see this, it's going to be evening anyway, right? And I probably already got too long of a video for the day, but oh well. I'll try to get some while I'm cutting.
My mouth feels better though.
Well, one race is in. Peening didn't do much. I didn't think it would. I mean, it scratched it a little bit, maybe helped. And the race that goes in this side, that's the inner one. That bearing with the seal on it goes in. I cannot get that sucker to go back in. I have done everything. I even took the grinder to the corner of it and beveled it a little bit, and it will not go. Whether I try to press it in the vise or lay a plate over it and beat on it, and put this back on there. 2 reasons: 1, keep it clean, and 2, extra weight on it until that Loctite sets. So it's in the top of that thing over there. It's in the freezer. And I got to get going so I can cut hay. So imagine when I come back, well, the time I get back, it's going to be lunchtime anyway. After lunch, hopefully that'll have shrunk enough to go in. Just freaking crazy. We'll see how the audio is on this, if you can hear me. Actually, some pretty tough cutting. He made 2 rounds for me. Got me away from the edge, and that's the stump patch. He cut right up to the stumps. Of course, I had to miss a little. That tree's in my way. I couldn't drive through it. And yes, it is a steep piece of ground. It's steep enough that pulling over on the other side along the road, I got to go down a gear. And I'm already going slow. But this is some good looking hay. It's not near as mature as it is down at our place. And I honestly can't imagine half this stuff cutting it with his machine, because it's just tough cutting. And I'll show you here in a minute when we turn the corner. There's a lot of clover underneath it. And that's one thing that's slowing me down. Right there. I started running, it tipped all the way down, and I racked it up a little bit because they're just getting too close, taking too much power cutting that close to the ground. I don't want to waste a set of blades yet. But anyway, I got this little piece, one I did last year right over there, one that was sheep pasture next to it over there, and I think you said there's one more over that direction that I've never been on. Dad used to cut this piece, and then I got to cross the road, which I cut last year, and I think that's all I got to do. I think it's a little more than time-wise than I figured, but we'll just get a guess on how much ground's here and look at what we charged them last year and go from there. Oh, this is the 3rd piece. It's kind of attached to that one. Then I got a piece that, let's see where I'm at, straight through there, across the road. Biggest piece I did over there, I did it last year. It was clean. The little piece where I came in up there and this piece are full of smut. If you can see, a few of the grass seed heads are black. That's not dust. And here you'll really see it. I've seen it a lot worse. Oh, anyway, and I ain't gonna make it home for lunch. Oh well. There's something I've never had happen. The clover in this little piece, it's only this wide, is so dang thick. My first pass over there, going up the hill, I had to go way down. Instead of cutting at 5 miles an hour, I was cutting at 2.5 miles an hour. I went back up a gear, but it's spitting a bunch out on the edge and pulling the tractor down. But it's cutting clean. It's also a little damp under there. I'm probably going to have to put down a gear again. This end's really, really tough cut. Kind of interesting. Gets you a little bit of the view. It's about the best view I've been able to get so far. He just had me do that little tiny strip. That was in that clover too. Thankfully it's open at the upper end, so I didn't have any corners to do or nothing. Just go up, turn around, come back down, turn around, go back up. There's his mower. He would be days, literally, just cutting that little piece. He got a little 310 baler. I never knew what he had for a baler. That mower he got from the father of our ex-hired hand. And he had a Massey Model 10 baler there for a while too. And now another narrow gate. Well, I made it home, locked it up, because I don't even know what it looks like underneath. I don't care either at the moment. I didn't even get out of the tractor, and Ty says, we just lost power. I don't know if we got it at the barn yet, so start shutting water off, because it's all off the same power as the house. You just shut that one off, and hey, look at those lights. Aren't they bright?
I mean, it just happened.
So somebody did a good one. They took both lines out.
And there's nothing on Pulse Point.
Yeah, sure, there's nothing on Pulse Point.
So you had no idea anything.
I mean, really, the way they go, if both are out, it's either because somebody took out the right 1 or 2 poles, or it's a BPA line that's down. So I can't even do squat in the shop without power. I can put that, well, yeah, I can put that bearing together. I just can't see it or do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find a sandwich. It's going toward dinner time now. I'm hungry. I'll tell you about the rest of the day. Mom's dog, we don't know what happened to her paw. But across the back of it, like across this way, middle of the screen there, she did something and looked like she pulled on one of her toes or something, and I guess it was open, wide open, and you could see the tendons. Looked like one of the tendons was gone, that kind of thing. She thought maybe she got in a fight with, wouldn't be her, she was in the trailer, but the boys, they were all locked up the day when this happened. Like it was Friday evening. So this morning, finally, I went to the vet. Becky went to pick her up. And I came in here after I fed. Hey, it's kind of cool right there at that end. I had that race in the freezer. And I already beveled the leading edge of it with the grinder earlier. I still couldn't get that damn thing to go. I finally got it. Played across top, little hammer, traded that to big hammer, found the sweet spot where it might go in, finally got it to start in the vise. Of course, started in the vise and tapping on it with a hammer. It's loose in there, so it's sitting there now enjoying the I could turn it over the other way probably and do the same thing. Probably be better that way. None of the Loctite runs out at where the seal surface is. Anyway, it's in there and it's loose again. The other side's tight. Loctite all set up, so that's good. And it's going to sit there till morning now. Power finally came back on. Look, we got light. Never heard what it was. Usually if it's both lines, it's an accident. At Midway, that's where both lines finally converge. But there was no accident, so we have no idea. There was supposed to be 2,000 people out, customers. I imagine they count us 3 times because there's 3 meters here. And Ty left when it was 92 degrees. On a day it was only supposed to be 80 or 85. So that's all I can do with that thing for tonight. So I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to say thank you for watching. Hopefully the audio when I was mowing actually is okay. I know how it works in that tractor. It seems to be the worst one of the bunch. Isn't that right, Rainey? Yeah, she don't know. She's never been in it. She might have been when she was a pup, but I don't think so. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I think I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I'm going to say it again. Happy Canada Day to our friends to the north. Now, you're not only YouTube friends, but you're friends. And don't respect what your government does, but respect your country. Same as here. I don't respect what our government does, but I'm proud of the country. And hey, a couple more, 3 more days. And it'll be Independence Day, so that reminds me. Something else I wanted to do was, that's too small of a flag. One flying outside is too big, but I want to maybe put a flag on here. We'll see. We used to have flags on all the tractors, on the antennas, and, you know, I got to where we couldn't get the decent ones that held up, and just haven't had them on for a while, so. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you had a great Monday. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday.